Previously, we've looked at things that really annoy a furry. And this time I thought we'd take that one step further and have a look at what drives a fursuiter crazy. I'm joined here with Theodore Rabbit.
Hi!
And special guest Freddy Panda.
Hello!
And we're going to be talking about some of the things that really tick fursuiters off.
Wear and tear!
Oh, is there anything more annoying than basic wear and tear? You're literally looking at your very expensive purchase slowly crumbling.
Yes, the passage of time. No, sorry. No. No, this happens to all fursuiters though. I mean, again, wear and tear, you're going out on meets, you're going into, well, pretty much every con ever. Things are going to get, like, ripped, things are going to get moved, things are going to get bad.
I mean, it feels a bit like a kind of almost like a badge of honour, I guess, isn't it? It's a sign that you're using your fursuit.
Depends if you can repair that badge of honour.
I mean,
if you can't, then it's a crux.
But it is annoying. I think you'd agree.
Yeah, I mean, like hand paws and stuff get a lot of wear and tear.
Wow,
because
hand paws, yeah.
extremities and grabbing hold, like railings and stuff, you can't guarantee how clean they are. And
No.
white.
White. Yeah, white is, if you want less wear and tear,
White.
don't buy white, basically, buy black. These paws, I need new paws. We're establishing that. That's just out there. But, I mean, for example, I've got to glue some bits of my feet back together. And some basic stitching occasionally. I know pretty much the first thing I do after a fur con is I have a look over my fursuit and go, right, that needs fixing, that needs fixing, that needs fixing.
I found 2 to 3 things, didn't it, we had to fix on my suit, sew up since the last con. Just because of wear and tear. Just simple wear and tear.
But yeah, I think wear and tear happens to all of us, and it's just kind of something that is going to happen, but that doesn't mean it can't drive us crazy now.
But there is plenty of threads on the internet and whatnot about makers and people experiencing that can tell you how to like clean or fix basic things, or if you've got a good fursuit maker as well, they will offer repairs.
Yeah, that's good advice.
So.
What's next?
Unnecessary heat!
Now this is something I think we can relate to.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now, I mean, obviously, we appreciate that fursuits do get hot. You're going to get hot at first. I'm not complaining about that bit. I'm complaining about being in places where they should just turn the heating off or lower it or something.
This seems to be something to do with a lot of cons, especially ones that haven't had fursuiters in them before, that they never seem to get the message that they do not want the hotel at the same ridiculously high heat that they would have for other conventions. You got a lot of people walking around in very hot suits, frying.
And I do want to say though, this isn't just like me bitching here as a fursuiter. I want to say this was annoying. I think most people, like the Sky Bridge at Midwest Fur Fest.
God,
we were all
still
there.
Bad.
I think you'd agree. It was ridiculously hot, and it was to a point where people who weren't fursuiters were struggling.
Yeah.
I think the trouble is there though as well is because it's the winter, they've just got it set generically.
Yeah,
but,
and
it is a slog.
I don't think technically the Sky Bridge is to do with the Hyad, is it?
No, it's a combination of all of them.
Of all of them. So it's
I don't know who was in charge of that, but they probably should have gone. Hang on, it's actually because I mean this was the thing. It wasn't that cold in Chicago when we went.
Last time, no.
The first time we went, it was -5, whatever.
More
We
than
probably
that, I think.
noticed it, but this time it was like 7, 8, 9,
Like
10
a tropical
degrees.
rainforest in there.
So what you had was a lot of people, you had a lot of fursuits, you had heat, and it was horrible.
Everybody would start off going in, going da-da. By the time they were coming out, like,
I mean,
hotel.
this sort of.
Sorry about it. I think with like the correlation between like CF and MFF as well. With CF where it has you have a local fursuit lounge and you can get water and stuff. I think with MFF you just need to plan, maybe take a satchel with water and stuff and be able to.
Yeah.
You have to be so much more proactive just because it can be further between things.
I think at one point we actually just took our heads off and walked home.
I mean, this is a common thing. I mean, it does seem like though that, especially here, I must say, in the UK, you either get 2 options. You either get freezing cold or extremely hot. You never get a middle option. No. And when you're adding extra layers of fur and that, it could be an absolute nightmare. So, Yeah, I'm going to say that I think it's safe to say that things like radiators really, really drive fursuiters up the wall.
Oh yeah.
Stuck zipper.
Oh boy, okay, so let's see, stuck zippers. I've had zipper problems in the beginning with my, when we first got the fursuit,
Well,
actually,
yeah.
we had to do some repairs on. This is both scary and, you know, not good.
The thing is, your entire suit basically revolves around one thing, and that's the zipper.
Yeah.
If it goes, the suit goes.
Yeah, I think you had a story on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, one CF, a poor guy, just got a suit and everything, and the zipper had got stuck, and unfortunately they yanked it and it came off the runner, and oh, you can imagine. But luckily,
Well, that's it. Game over for that.
yeah,
Con.
but luckily, thanks to Moko, in that he had a spare zipper that was the same. We literally cut the bottom, put a new runner on, sewed the bottom of the zipper, and then their suit was fine again, and we gently brought it up, because the thing is, when it's new, there's a lot of extra fur, especially if it's a front or even
God,
worse,
yeah.
a back zipper.
God, yes.
Yeah, I
And you
remember
can't
yours.
see it, but luckily got it fixed, and the guy enjoyed the rest of his con and was so grateful. And again, it's good to have some supplies on you if you can bring a repair kit of some sort.
I mean, most people don't normally bring a spare zipper, but
No,
it's not
I mean,
a bad thing to have.
A zipper can be kind of, it's the one part of your first, I think I would argue, is probably the make or break bit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can even get away with losing a paw because you could just wear gloves or something or hide your hands in photos. But if your zipper buggers up, unless you, I guess, yeah, like you say, if you've got somebody to repair it, that's great. But if you haven't, you're either going to be relying on some clothing pins.
Yeah.
They've been there.
Yeah.
you
Or
know.
sew yourself up into the suit and never come out of it again.
Or you're probably not going to be full suiting for the rest of the con. I mean, parceling, I guess, is the other option if you're able to.
Yeah.
But I mean, our camera bird's fursuit, for example, you can't
I
partial
can't
that.
partial anymore.
No. So, you know, I think it's safe to say I think zippers goes on this list of things that really drive fursuiters up the wall and are also really scary.
Definitely a nightmare fuel.
I think my heart skips a beat every time I zip my suit up. Actually,
That's
so
why
I'm
I
really
used a
scared
big,
of it.
big chunky zip on my one.
Oh dear.
Food and drink.
I like food. I like drink.
No,
Just I don't like it near my fursuit.
no.
You know, quite an obvious
No.
one. You know, just basic things. For example, me and Theo, we made the mistake of getting into a lift at ScotiaCon with two very, very drunk
Well,
people.
three very, very drunk Glaswegian people.
You know, and one of them was swirling a glass of wine around, and I'm just
no.
looking at it going,
About inches
oh dear
away.
God. And what was worse, the lift started to go wrong, and they couldn't get the key card. They were so drunk they couldn't get their key card in the slot, which,
No.
fair enough, was hard enough when you weren't.
They
drunk
were then
to
getting
solve.
more and more agitated at us for some
So,
reason because they wanted to
luckily-
buy our suits, and that was
Yeah, luckily
Scaring the hell
someone
out
on
of
a higher floor called the lift, and
Yeah.
we just literally jumped out the 14th floor.
Oh,
Wasn't near our room.
floor. We're just
And we just wanted to get the fuck away from it.
But we, yeah, that
But
was scary.
you know, we're going off topic here, I guess.
Yeah.
But something like wine is, well, I mean, for my
Wine's a-
first suit, that could destroy it.
It could completely
White
destroy
again.
it.
Yeah.
Red stains on white.
You gotta make a red
Yeah.
panda
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. No.
But you know, not just wine though. Chewing gum.
Oh, don't.
Oh god,
Yeah.
chewing gum. Yeah, that's the end of it.
I mean, if you
lipstick is one thing I had a problem with once.
Oh yeah, because you got a load
No,
of
but it's deadly.
You got some kisses, didn't you, from a load of like hen do?
I got a
Oh
yeah.
God. Okay, let's add that
They
one
like
there
the,
then.
they like the buns.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, I
Who
mean,
doesn't?
I mean, if either of you had like gum or food or anything on your fursuit.
On my very first partial that I got gum in my hand paws, unfortunately, and it just had to be cut out.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
it had a patch, but luckily it was only on like the pads, so it wasn't that
I mean-
visible, but it was still annoying.
Yeah, I stupidly wore my fursuit. My first fursuit outing, my reveal, was at the London Furs boat party, which sounded like a great place to get some photos on a boat.
Oh yeah.
and everything.
Very, very social.
No, small boat, lots of drunk people, lack of space to move around on a boat that's rocking, and alcohol and that. And honestly, how it didn't get more damaged, I don't know. But I remember sitting in the hotel room, spraying my foot desperately because it just stank of vodka.
Yeah.
But the thing is, now that you've done that, you've done the hardest difficulty. That means everything else
Yeah, it's easy.
will be absolutely easy
Oh,
peasy.
dear.
Yeah.
It's just up there with like seeing little kids come running, going, yeah, I want to help you, and they've
With
got like
candy floss and
oh,
anything else on their hands.
ice cream.
You'd be like, mallet time, get out of my way.
Or,
Yeah,
or that
yeah.
one fur that's running around with a giant cheese pizza at the con while meeting fursuiters. Like, get that fuck away from me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just love the idea of someone approaching you with the full pizza going, hey!
Hey!
I gotta say though,
Just
one
a Duke
saving
Nukem
grace
just
is
broke them
definitely
backwards.
like the Bissell saving grace. That thing has saved the fursuit so many times, and thank you to our friend Meds for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Being MIS-SPECIED.
Oh, right.
Oh no.
Okay, so
think this has happened to
I'll
both of us.
I'll go last on this one. Right, Fred, have you ever been MIS-SPECIED? I mean, you're a
I-
panda.
I haven't had it much, but once I did get called a hamster. But I think that was a missona because there is a friend who I know who's a panda hamster, and I might have done, but they have brown hair and mine's quite obvious. different.
Very, very orange.
But then I have been called Paco a lot of times as well, and okay.
Miss.
I think the
I've
accent
spoken
gives
with
that
another
away,
per-
Fred.
I mean, I've made the mistake of misleading someone and mistaking who I'm
Yeah.
talking to, and it's very awkward.
Yeah. Myself, not so much with the latest shape of my head and everything like that. I'm very much a rabbit, but my old Theo head, there were a couple of times I got named Kangaroo, which I would have thought was kind of obvious that I'm not one from the lack of a giant tail.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's quite funny because I'm pretty sure a Renegade Rue does the opposite thing, where he's like, I'm not a rabbit. And I
Yeah.
think he gets called a rabbit.
I would have
I
thought
could
you-
understand it not in suit, maybe a picture,
Oh.
but not so much in real life.
I mean, okay, I get for me it's a little harder because obviously raccoons, we can look like other things, but I have been called fox, wolf, husky, dog, bear. I mean, yay bears.
You had a lot of bears.
Definitely yay bears.
But again,
that's a-
giant
not
tail.
bear, not bear. And also not a tanuki. And let me put the chart up again on what a tanuki is and what a tanuki isn't. Yeah, there we go. Stop mistaking tanukis and raccoons. Right, I'm going to get off my soapbox on that one.
I've been called a hummingbird, I've been called a stork, I've been called a chicken, I've been called a rooster,
Kingfisher.
I've been called kingfisher, I've been called a phoenix, that was quite good.
God tier.
Yeah, I was called Mr. Hen, which really confused
Mr.
the hell
Hen.
out of me.
Oh, that made me laugh. It was like, look at that photo of Mr. Hen.
It was like, no, what are you doing?
That sounds like the worst Mr.
How
Men
long
book.
is that hen's bill? Look at the size of it.
That's the problem with the particular bird I am, because I'm such a not as
Who?
well-known species. So people just go to the ones that are kind of a bit more well-known.
Yeah.
So I get all sorts.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing. I mean, for me, I suppose at least when I've got my con badge on, it says Shadow Raccoon on it.
That's
If
it.
you're going to mistake that, my badge is quite big.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So's mine. Mine's
you know,
got a big rabbit on it.
I
Rabbit.
think it's safe to say the three of us all have our species in our name on our badges. I think you're the only one that doesn't, aren't you,
I don't.
Cameron?
I kind of have it on my username
Because yours
sometimes.
just says
but-
Ranger.
Yeah, it just says Ranger. But I should add a dog at the end of your name, and it'll be Shadow Raccoon Dog.
Raccoon
Oh.
dog.
Don't make me put the chart
Shots
back up.
fired.
I'll put the chart back up.
Shots
Oh,
fired.
dear. Yeah, no, seriously, it's okay to actually get it wrong once, I suppose, but it's still going to kind of. There's always going to be that kind of thing. When
Twice you get a scar.
I mean, at the end of the day, right, if someone mistakes me for soda, I'll happily correct them, and I won't like yell at anyone or get angry, but there's always that slight nervous tick you're going to have.
3 times you lose a limb.
Damn it! You know, they'll probably walk off around the corner and go, for God's sake! But that happens,
You
you
can
know.
understand though,
Give me a
kids.
dead leg.
You can understand when like kids miss
Yeah.
Or
PCU
dead.
you
Yeah,
or
I-
whatever, because you are like 6 foot tall.
It's fair enough. Well, there we go. So those are some things that kind of drive fursuit is crazy. What sort of things really annoy you when you're in fursuit? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and why not ring that shiny notification bell to find out when new videos drop every week. If you'd like to support the channel further, we have a link to our Patreon below, and we've got an awesome merchandise store.
With now Theodore Rabbit t-shirts, socks, hoodies,
Backpack, there's a really cool
backpack.
backpack.
I gotta get my own
I love the backpack.
Stickers, that kind of thing. You know, so I have my own merchandise. Yay!
And why not check the store
Come
out?
on, fellow buns.
There's a link to the store just below as well. I'd like to thank Freddy Panda for joining us. Freddy, do you want to share your Twitter account just so people can follow you if they want to catch up with a panda?
It's nice and easy. It's at Freddy Panda.
Fantastic. Well,
Very
thank you-
easy. I'm
Thank you
surprised
very
you
much
got
for
that one.
joining us. I'm Shadow Raccoon,
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
And I'm Freddy Panda.
and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye!